I think every woman is a leader in her own space, constantly embraces leadership right from the word go. And I've done the same. I'm no different, just like other women. When you come into a profession, especially HR, you tend to be more professional, organized, disciplined. So I think I've topped up those skills by getting some great experiences, working with some great people. I have to attribute it to them. Otherwise, I won't be here today talking to you. Maybe it is a cultural thing, or I have grown up like this. Traditionally, women are taught a lot to be, and we are not encouraged to not be. And I think what has helped me is to come to terms with to not be. Every time this thing comes up that, I will not be able to be there. There are times when I'm not able to be with my kids, with my family, do my duties as a wife, mom, daughter, daughter-in-law, etc. The guilt starts coming in, and it is universal. But the encouragement that you get from your support system and to yourself that you give to not be is very, very important. And I think forget the outside challenges. For me, the point has been to overcome that and say, it's okay to not be. I choose to challenge to have a conversation of equals. I think all the conversations that I get into are about, what can I do in this space for women, and how can I enable? Why don't we have a conversation across the table? Why don't we treat it as a conversation of equals? So I want to challenge that. Why don't we talk as equals? So I wish to challenge that in terms of opportunities, in terms of conversations, in terms of having a seat across the table and everything else. And I also believe that it starts from me. The moment I walk into a conversation and say, okay, how do we make this better? That means you've already made it inferior. So I choose to challenge the conversation of having that seat on the table. It's not one, it's two people that I want to thank. I want to thank a woman who's shaped me what I am, my grandmother. She was 8th pass. She went on to become a postgraduate after becoming a grandmother, and inspired me at every step of life. She's no more, but I think a larger part of what I have become is because of her upbringing. I was fortunate to find my boyfriend turned husband for the last 2 decades. And I think I will only give my gratitude to him after my grandmother for, keeping up with me and keeping up with my idiosyncrasies and sort of treating me as an equal. That's what I believe in. He's never treated me as someone who needs to do specific things or do specific duties. So thank you, and thank you to these two supremely talented people.